Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be talking about my recommendation list. So we'll be talking about 12 watches that I have reviewed comprehensively, and now I want to put together into this favorites list of sorts. We have a celebration today. As of yesterday, it was announced that the tariffs have pretty much been finished or suspended. Nonetheless, it does give us space to go out and buy some watches. So congratulations to all of my American viewers. For everybody else out there, this is an interesting list. So 12 watches, the links to the listings will be in the description below the video. Do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. And now let's dive in and talk about these 12 in detail. First up is a Pagani Design PD 1726. The watch is different. It's a diver watch with tons of character and almost a season special because it is white. On the dial and the 2/3 of the ceramic bezel insert, it's all white. For $75 we get plenty of good stuff, such as 100 meters of water resistance, a fully stainless steel construction, powered by a Japanese self-winding automatic movement, the NH36. As well as that, it features a sapphire crystal. It gets an exhibition case back and a screw-in crown. The lume here is applied to the dial as well as the indices, so very cool stuff. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 53.5, a height of 13.5, a lug width of 20 millimeters, and a weight of 150 grams before removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. And it's actually the first Pagani design I see with an inscripted Riho. So we know that Cadisen does this, but now Pagani Design has taken it on as well, and it looks really good. Also note the minute chapter ring, blue for the 12 to 4 o'clock and red for the rest of the hours. We also have a date complication here. The sapphire crystal is slightly boxy, just curving up just above the 120 click unidirectional bezel. This is a titanium military field watch that is absolutely jam-packed with goodies. Firstly, this is a titanium watch case. It gets a date window and an off-center small second sub-dial, a wide threaded screw-in crown, and even a sapphire sandwich setup. That's right, we get sapphire sandwich right on this watch. What that means is that the front and the rear glass elements are sapphire crystal. It's powered by a Swiss quartz movement Ronda caliber 6004D, which is highly accurate at -10 to +20 seconds per month variance, and an operating life of about 40 months or approximately 3.5 years. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 38.5 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 47 millimeters, a height of 9.9 millimeters, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. The piece is just so quirky and fun. The twisted downturn lugs, the sandblasted finish, and even a canvas strap with complementary hues is just fun. The keepers on the strap are also sandblasted and titanium. The cheapest watch in this collection, $10. That's all I paid for this. You can get this in two sizes, a female, so like a lady's smaller watch, or this larger watch, but I don't think it's just male or female. I think this design is more unisex, but it fits. You can see how it looks on my wrist. It looks just fine. The dimensions on this piece get a case width of 27.5 millimeters and a case length of 35 millimeters, so 35 by 27.5, and that seems to be a really good fit. The lug-to-lug length here is 38 millimeters, a height of just 7 millimeters, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. We do get mineral crystal, but really, did we expect anything else for $10? The bracelet is stainless steel, yet the polished case is alloy. On the ivory dial, we get Roman numerals and just 2 dark blue hour and minute hands. So much in line with the design it's paying tribute to. No central seconds on here. The miniature push-pull crown is decorated with the blue pip, a tribute to the original of this homage design. If we talk about the bracelet, I was expecting something way worse, but it's decent, it's okay, so kudos to Sanda for using a 2-link setup. Polished and brushed surfaces make for a clean and okay look. It's not overly blingy, and it works. Overall, for 10 bucks, a possible entry point into the horology hobby world. If you're looking for that rugged, vintage, military aesthetic without breaking the bank, the SteelFlier might just be the best kept secret in the field watch game right now. This little gem comes in at just $42, and yet it carries itself like something triple the price. And being a sub-brand of Steeldive, it arrives with the same branded box you'd get with their pricier divers. Already a nice touch before you even open the thing. Let's start with the case. It's fully stainless steel, and the shape is classic, compact, almost cushion-like, with strong vintage cues. The brushing is even and consistent across the body, giving it a muted, no-nonsense presence. The lugs are short and sharply slanted down, keeping the 36mm case size nice and wrist-hugging. The lug-to-lug is 45mm, so even if you've got a smaller wrist, this will sit comfortably with zero overhang. And that 14mm height might sound a bit tall at first, but it's mostly due to the gorgeous boxed synthetic sapphire crystal. Speaking of that crystal, it's slightly domed and delivers those delicious edge distortions you get when viewing the dial at an angle, adding loads of character and retro charm. It almost looks like a hatch window. It's dramatic, but not overdone. The crystal is framed by a clean fixed bezel with no fuss, just function. Now the dial is where things get even more field ready. We've got a matte black background with crisp white printed numerals and a 24-hour inner track. The hands are simple, legible and loom treated. Everything here is geared toward clarity and function. Meet the Pagani Design PD MY-H10, a refreshingly modern take on the integrated sports watch that delivers a ton of visual charm and build quality for just $65. Right off the bat, this watch sets itself apart with its sleek and minimalist aesthetic, clean lines, no-nonsense styling, and a presence that feels both contemporary and classic. Let's break down the design. We're looking at a 37mm case diameter with a lug-to-lug of just 44.8mm. But what's more impressive is the thickness, only 7mm. That's thinner than most dress watches, making this piece a dream to slide under a cuff or wear for long hours without discomfort. The case is fully brushed stainless steel, no polished bling here, which gives it a reserved, almost stealthy look that feels intentional and high-end. Now, that bracelet. This is where things get bold. You've got a 26mm wide integrated bracelet at the lugs, tapering down to 18mm at the signed butterfly clasp. The unique scaled one-link design feels industrial and sculptural, almost architectural. It doesn't try to mimic other luxury bracelets, it's confidently doing its own thing. It's not ultra-flexible, but that's the trade-off for the cohesive design language. Underneath the flat synthetic sapphire crystal, you'll find your choice of dials. There's a classic black, a crisp white, and this stunning gradient blue, fading from a vivid azure at the center to deep navy at the edges. It's clean, it's legible, and it catches just enough light to hold your attention without screaming for it. You'll also notice the push-pull crown and a snap-on case back. Rare on a Pagani, but fitting for the ultra-thin profile. If you're after vintage pilot watch vibes with a serious twist of rugged class, the Tandorio Automatic delivers. Coming in at just under $60, this piece brings a sharp blend of classic aviation DNA, modern toughness, and even a touch of luxury styling. Right away, the dial grabs you. Oversized, loom-filled Arabic numerals jump off a matte black background, and that striking red lollipop second hand. It's simple, bold, and totally legible, day or night. What really sets it apart is the case. You've got full stainless steel construction with all brushed finishing. No polish fluff here. The 39mm case wears compact, but still bold thanks to the tall flanks and those sharply downturned lugs, which help it hug the wrist comfortably. And then there's the bezel, a fluted design usually seen on dressier pieces, but here it feels industrial and tough, almost turbine-like. It catches just enough light to break the matte texture without being flashy. That oversized 9.5mm onion crown, vintage vibes all day. It's screw down, as is the case back, helping this watch hit an impressive 200 meters of water resistance. Yep, this pilot can dive too. It's a true hybrid. tool watch capability, vintage styling, and everyday wearability. The Addiesdive MY-H10, a fully automatic dive watch powered by the NH35 self-winding movement, and it brings serious specs for the money. We're talking full stainless steel construction, 200 meters of water resistance, a ceramic 120-click unidirectional bezel, and a screw-down crown and case back. This particular model features a sunburst green dial with a matching ceramic bezel insert. But it's also available in black and blue. Dimensions-wise, it's big and bold. 44 millimeters in diameter, 13.7 millimeters thick, with a lug-to-lug of 54.2 millimeters. The bracelet tapers from 20 millimeters at the lugs to 18 millimeters at the clasp. And yes, it's heavy. At 200 grams, this is a brute on the wrist, but it wears its weight well. The case sides are nicely layered with brushed and polished accents, adding visual depth. The bezel has a coin edge with deep notches, exposed at the lugs but recessed at the midpoint for a unique profile. We also get a large 7mm screw-down crown placed at 4 o'clock for added comfort, and a date window at 3 to keep things practical. For the price, you're getting a rugged diver with real mechanical soul and premium materials that make it feel far more expensive than it is. Now here's something you don't see every day, a chronograph for $12. That's right, $12. This is the Incaseda chronograph, and while the name might not ring any bells, the design certainly will. It's got that unmistakable motorsport chrono vibe. But this one's as budget as it gets. And honestly, it kind of nails it. Let's start with the case. It's alloy, so don't expect any premium metals here, but the polishing actually looks clean. The bezel is fixed and there's no excessive branding or clutter, which helps sell that vintage style chrono aesthetic. Sitting at 42 millimeters across and just 10.6 millimeters thick, the watch wears surprisingly well for its size. Lug to lug, we're looking at 49.5 millimeters, so it's definitely got some wrist presence, but the proportions are still manageable. Lug width is 22 millimeters, giving you room to switch straps if you're not into the stock one. Now the dial is the main event here, with two contrasting black sub-dials. One for the 60-minute chrono counter at 9 o'clock, and one for the 24-hour readout at 3. At 6 o'clock, you've got a framed date window, and above all that, a bright orange second hand gives the whole face a pop of personality. The chronograph actually works too, which is wild at this price. Hit the top pusher to start timing, hit it again to stop, and then press the lower one to reset. Now, here's a fun quirk. When you reset it, the second hand doesn't fly back like most chronos. It actually ticks its way forward back to 12. Not wrong, just different. Over on the wrist, the man-made leather strap surprised me. It's not sticky or overly plastic like you'd expect. It actually has a soft, wearable finish. If you're after a chronograph that delivers on looks, specs, and surprise value, the Rollstimi RT7931 might just be your next budget grail. At just $55, this isn't your run-of-the-mill quartz chrono. What you're getting here is a fully stainless steel build, a functioning chronograph complication, and some eye-catching dial options that punch way above their price point. Let's talk dials. This piece comes in 3 flavors: a vibrant sunset orange, a sleek panda-style ivory white, and a striking turquoise blue, which is the one featured here. Each version features contrasting sub-dials, giving off strong Daytona homage vibes without feeling like a straight-up clone. The dial is clean but dynamic, thanks to its sporty layout and that tachymeter bezel sitting loud and proud. The hands are slender and well finished, and the indices are crisp and easy to read even at a quick glance. Dimensions are very wrist-friendly: 40mm case, 13.2mm thick, and 52.2 millimeters lug to lug due to the protruding male end links. That might sound long, but the sharply downward angled lugs help it hug the wrist rather than overhang. The watch sits on a brushed solid stainless steel bracelet, and here's the kicker: it's held together by screw pins, not push pins. The 2AC features a fully stainless steel construction, combining brushed and polished finishes to deliver that premium look. The lug hoods are brushed, emphasizing the watch's tool watch roots, while the flanks are polished, giving the case a reflective and elegant profile. The case profile is chunky and robust, consistent with the dive watch design. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41 mm, a lug-to-lug length of 53.2 due to the protruding male end links, a height of 13, a lug width of 20 mm, and a weight of 180 grams. Yes, this watch is heavy. It's a real dive watch, rugged and utilitarian. The diver is equipped with a 120-click unidirectional bezel with precise action and a tactile feel. If not, it's a bit muted. It's not a loud clicking noise as we rotate the bezel. The bezel insert is ceramic and it features a luminous pip at the 12 o'clock position for the low light visibility. The utility-style threading on the bezel's edge is brushed, providing both a functional and rugged look, which offers excellent grip. The watch features a screw-in crown, which is signed with the Addiesdive logo and offers secure water resistance. The back of the watch is sealed with a screw-down case back, contributing to the watch's 200 meters of water resistance. The bracelet gets a classic 3-link design. It features brushed outer links and polished central links, creating a beautiful contrast. The bracelet is sturdy, solid, and gets high tolerances. Link fluidity is good as well. For an entry-level chronograph, the watch delivers an impressive package, blending utility with a well-executed design. The watch features a 40mm stainless steel case, maintaining a balanced and wearable profile with a 47mm lug-to-lug length and just 12.2mm thickness. The case sports a combination of brushed and polished finishes, creating a dynamic light play, while the sand-blasted unsigned buckle on the canvas strap keeps the design cohesive. The 20mm lug width ensures easy strap swaps for customization. Protecting the dial is a mineral hardlex crystal with anti-glare treatment, which enhances visibility while keeping reflections at bay. The 50-meter water resistance isn't built for deep diving, but is enough to handle splashes and light water exposure. The dial design does lean into classic chronograph styling, with a tachymeter bezel adding a sporty touch. The triple sub-dial layout consists of a 24-hour counter, a 60-second register, and a 60-minute counter, providing practicality for everyday timing needs. The contrast of polished indices against the matte black dial enhances legibility and clarity. The canvas strap is rugged yet flexible, making it comfortable for daily wear. It features stainless steel keepers for added durability, so considering this watch is just $36, we do get plenty of value on this watch. Some of the watches are alloy, yeah, that's a shame, but for $10 we are still getting plenty of quality. And of course, for the more expensive pieces, 40, 50, $60, the watches are pretty much spectacular. As you know, this channel is all about budget timepieces, which bring a ton of value. Now, the links to the listings are in the description below the video. Do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. And of course, they are affiliate links, meaning that if you do make a qualified purchase, I will be getting some kickback from AliExpress. It won't cost you anything, but it helps me actually get some dosh in, and I can buy more watches to review for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.